Welcome to our channel where we give tips for surviving motherhood and provide a place for honest conversations about women's mental health. We make new videos every Monday, every week. We hope you like our video and don't forget to subscribe below.
Today we're going to talk about mom guilt and the good enough mom. So Felicia, what do we mean when we say the good enough mom?
Well, as moms, we want to be the best moms that we can be, and we often hold ourselves to really high expectations. And when we don't meet these, and let's be honest, these are often very unrealistic expectations, we're left feeling overwhelmed and bombarded by feelings of guilt and shame.
Oh, that is so true. We feel guilt and shame for snapping at our kids, for not playing with them enough, for playing with them too much, for not cooking nutritious enough meals, for not teaching them enough, for not limiting TV and screen time. Time and time again, we are sent messages that we're just not good enough. What I think is interesting is it's almost like we're in a time of intensive parenting. You know, when we think about like the past, it seems like parents would just let kids run off and play and be. And now that we've got the internet and social media, we have all this knowledge about child development, which is great. It's great to have that knowledge. We're not saying that we shouldn't be using that knowledge to try and do the best we can for our kids. But it's almost like the message is every single decision that you make for your kids can really make or break them. You know, like if they watch too much TV in one weekend, that's it. Their brain is mush. Or if you stop breastfeeding too early, that's it. The immune system is shot. Almost like every single decision that you can make as a mom and how you interact on a day-to-day basis can make or break the whole trajectory of their life. I don't know about you, but that is a lot of pressure to have when you're trying to make it through mom life and make it through life and deal with everyday life. I don't think anyone can measure up to that level of expectation and intensive parenting. And instead, it just makes moms feel awful and guilt and shame and definitely adds to any depression or anxiety they may already be feeling.
Absolutely. We're setting ourselves up for failure. So in the maternal mental health world, we have a phrase called the good enough mom, and it's derived by Donald Winnicott. And what he says is that the good enough mom is in sync with her children's needs 30% of the time. Think about that. 30% of the time. We are not expecting 100. That's crazy. And he talks about a good enough mom repairs ruptures as they happen, and she isn't expected to be a perfect mom. She's expected to make mistakes. But when we make mistakes and we yell at our kids or we act in a way that isn't our best way, we just stop, we pull back, we look at what we've done, and we go to that child and we fix it. That's teaching them how to make mistakes and mend relationships.
And that is so true. And many times I always say, if you're even thinking about, am I a good enough mom? If you're even worrying about it, then right there you are a good mom because you are already thinking about it, you're worried about it, you want what's best for your kids. I would say 99% of the moms out there are doing a great job. The small percentage that are not, they're not watching videos like this. They're not researching. They're not feeling bad. They're just in a whole different category. So I think that's important to know as well, is just that piece. If you're thinking about it, worrying about it, asking questions, then you are on the right track.
Absolutely. Here's a little bit more about the good enough mom. She says, I'm glad you're here. I see you. You're special to me. I respect you. I'll keep you safe. I delight in you. Your needs are important to me. You can turn to me for help. And I'm here for you and I have time for you. So if we just clue into these and we make a point to be there and be present for our children, then we're probably doing a pretty good job.
I like that. Yeah, I really like the idea of just keeping those. I know we're in there, does it say anything about I'm taking them on fancy vacations? I'm using organic and everything that I can. And again, it's fine to use organic. We're not saying those aren't choices that if you want to make those for your family, that's great. But just that if for some reason you can't or choose not to, that doesn't mean you're a bad mom. It really is about that emotional connection and that attachment and sending that consistent message that I'm here for you and I love you.
Absolutely. So comment below and let us know how you feel like a good enough mom. What do you do that leads you to that? And maybe give us some comments on how you judge yourself and feel inadequate sometimes. That's all for today. Today we discussed letting go of mom guilt and focusing on being good enough. Thank you for watching. If you or somebody you know is struggling with a perinatal mood and anxiety disorder, reach out to the PSI warmline in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos about surviving motherhood. Bye.
Bye.